Good day, everyone, and especially good day, sir. So, my topic is all about assessment and evaluation in adult education. So, introduction. Assessment and evaluation are crucial components and the words of adult education, providing valuable insight to both learners and educators. This introduction explore the fundamental concept and importance of this process in helping adults achieve their educational goal. So this is the importance of assessment and evaluation. So first, personalized learning. Assessment and evaluation help tailor learning experience to individual needs, ensuring adults receive the support they require. So nakakatulong daw to sa ating mga learners itong assessment and evaluation to experience to individual needs. Kasi tinitiyak nito yung bago ka mag-grow or bago ka mag-adults is nare-receive mo yung support nung assessment and evaluation. So second, continuous improvement. So these tools enable educators to identify areas for growth and enhance their teaching methods, leading to better outcomes. So these tools daw is nakakatulong to sa ating mga educators na ma-identify or masuri yung pag-growth natin and enhance teaching methods, and para din yung outcomes or better outcomes is makamtan natin sa ating buhay. So last, two importance of assessment and evaluation, learning engagement. Effective assessment and evaluation foster a sense of ownership and investment in the learning process for adult students. So sabi daw dito sa learning engagement is napakalaga daw or epektibo daw itong assessment and evaluation na palagan yung kaulugan ng ownership and investment sa mga learning process, lalong-lalo sa ating mga adults kasi nagkakaroon tayo doon ng learning engagement dahil sa assessment and evaluation. So these are the types of assessment and evaluation methods. So first, formative assessment. This ongoing evaluation provide valuable feedback during the learning process, allowing for timely adjustment. So sabi daw dito sa formative assessment is ginagamit daw ito habang nasa process pa yung mga learning or mga learners, kaming mga learners upang makakuha kami ng mga agarang feedback sa assessment and evaluation. Sa tulong daw nito is maaari daw kami agad na baguhin o i-adjust yung pamamaraan ng pagtuturo batay sa pangangailangan ng mga mag-aaral. So second, summative assessment. Final exams, project or presentation that measure the overall achievement of learning objectives. So pag sinabing summative assessment is mga pagsusuri or mga pagsusuri sa final exam mo, projects, or presentation. Kasi dito titignan kung na-submit mo ba lahat ng mga activity na binibigay sa iyo ng instructor mo. And dito din yung sukatan yung achievement mo or outcomes mo, mga outcomes, mga overall outcomes. So last, diagnostic assessment. Used to di- used to identify learners' current knowledge and skill, informing the design and appropriate instruction. So dito naman sa diagnostic assessment is ginagamit naman daw to identify learners or alamin yung kakayahan ng mga learners. Kung hanggang saan ba yung kaalaman namin at kakayahan namin sa pag-aaral. So for example na lang, sa pag-enroll namin dito sa SPC nung first year. So, may pa-exam pa, may pa-interview pa. So, dahil do'n sa sasagawa na 'yon is, nalaman yung kung hanggang saan ba yung kakayahan namin mga mag-aaral. So, next, formative versus summative assessment. So, first, formative. Ang gawang assessment that provide feedback to improve learning during the instruction process. So, sabi dito sa formative is, tumutukoy dito ito to provide feedback to improve learning during the instructional process. And layunin nitong feedback na to na matulungan ang mga mag-aral or kami na mas maunawaan pa yung mga tinuturo at mapabuti ang aming mga kakayahan. And last, complementary rules. Effective adult education utilize both formative and summative assessment to enhance the learning experience. So, napaka-aktibo nito sa itong formative and summative sa mga mag-aaral. Kasi sa formative is nalaman natin na ito ay nagbibigay daan sa patuloy na pagkatuto. And abang naman sa summative is sumusukot naman 'to sa mga overall mga achievement natin. And magkasamang ginagamit 'to upang mapahusay pa yung mga karanasan at mga pagkatuto. So next, assessing learning outcomes. So first, measurable objectives. Clearly define learning goals that can be objectively evaluated. So sabi naman po dito sa measurable objectives, sinasabi dito yung masusuri ng husto kung hanggang saan ba yung galing or mga objectives ng mga trainees or mga mag-aaral katulad ko. So next, authentic assessments. Evaluation that mirror real-world tasks and challenges. So dito naman sa authentic assessment and sa evaluation, so dito mo na makikita yung the real world or mirror kung yung ah, mga pinag-aralan mo ba is magagamit mo sa tunay na mundo or sa tunay na realidad pag tapos mo ng pag-aaral. So next, diverse methods. Using the variety of assessment tools to capture diverse learning style. So dito naman sa diverse methods is mayroon daw mga iba't ibang uri ng mga tools o iba't ibang uri ng pagtuturo ang mga instructor sa mga trainees upang matuto sila ng gusto. Meron nagpapa-quiz, meron exam, 'di ba? Meron activity upang yung mga trainers is hindi lang naka-focus sa isa kundi sa marami pa upang matuto sila ng gusto. So next, ongoing feedback. Providing constructive, timely, and actionable feedback to learners. So sa ongoing feedback naman, sinasabi dito is i-provide mo raw sa mga learners mo or ibigay mo daw sa kanila yung constructive and timely and actionable feedback upang matuto yung mga student. So the next slide, providing effective feedback. So first, timely. Feedback should be given promptly to maximize its impact on learning. So dito naman sa timely, sinasabi dito, feedback should be given promptly. So kumbaga, ibigay mo kagad sa mga training mo, mga learning mo upang ma-maximize kagad nila or umimpact agad sa kanilang isipan yung mga tinuturo ng bawat instructor. So yan. So number 2, actionable. Feedback should be provide clear step for improvement and growth. So sa actionable daw, sabi dito, yung feedback daw is nakaka-provide daw sa mga learning to improve and grow. Kasi nga is
abang sila'y lumalaki is nadadala nila yung tinuturo ng mga instructor, lalong-lalo yung 'pag nagla-laboratory is na-apply namin sa aming buhay and nagagamit din namin sa pang-araw-araw. So, yun. So, the next slide, challenges and consideration. So, first, learning diversity. Accommodating the varying needs, backgrounds, and learning style of adults, students. So, dito daw yung mga mga pagtugon ng mga needs ng mga students, ng mga adult student kagaya ko. So, yan. So, next, time constraints, balancing the demands of assessment with the limited time valuable in adult education programs. Next, consequential factors, recognizing the influence of external factors on the assessment and evaluation process. Continuous improvement and regularly evaluating and refining the assessment and evaluation method of use. So, ito na yung mga nakapaloob sa challenges and consideration. So, yeah. So, the next slide is conclusion and takeaways. So, meron dito tayong mga personalized learning with dito assessment tailor instructor and to individual needs. So, continuous improvement, evaluation enhanced teaching methods and outcomes. 3, learning engagement, effective assessment foster ownership and the learning process. Next, diverse assessment using the variety and tools to capture the diverse learning style. So next, end of presentation. So hanggang dyan na lamang po ang aking presentation. Is maraming salamat po and God bless your heart.